Hey everybody, welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. Y'all already know, y'all already see the title. And NJ gonna have to read some people in these cities, these city leaders and everybody, because this crime here don't make no sense. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in today. Y'all already know I got my teacup today with my tea, and I'm ready to spill some tea on some people's asses, because I'm gonna tell you, this crime from coast to coast is getting out of hand. It's bloodshed all over almost every city in the United States. Crime out of doggone control. Anyway, you see the rise in the crime, you see the rise in the killings, you see restricted protection. And you got all this killing and this crime and the burglaries and this robbings and the killings and everything, but it's limited protection. Wonder why? And it's going on coast to coast all around the United States. Right now, the United States is the most deadliest state to live in for citizens that live here, right here in the United States. You walk out your door right now, you liable not even to come back home. That's just how bad it has gotten. It's just not in one state, it's in all states, every state. And you can see that you can turn on the internet, you can turn on the TikTok. You got people glorifying violence. You got them posing like they on a modeling photo shoot, and they posing with guns. They on videos, rap videos with guns and promoting violence, and everybody trying to figure out why is the violence so bad. You can go on the internet, to TikTok, to Twitter, to Instagram, whatever you do, rap videos, whatever, they all promoting violence, promoting guns, promoting all this stuff. And this is why it's happening from coast to coast to coast. And they trying to put that shit on COVID-19. It ain't no COVID-19. Well, you know what? They trying to put this on COVID-19. I'm trying not to get too heated, y'all. Trying not to get too heated. Hold on. I'm trying not to get too heated too fast. You know what I'm saying? Because at least you're supposed to wait at least about 2 minutes before you start cursing and carrying on. But anyway, it just done got me hot around here. But meanwhile, you got innocent women, children, teenagers, and men are being gunned down. Innocent people being gunned down in every city across every state in the United States. Innocent people getting caught up in the crossfire, in the gun shootings, in the violence, in the killings. It's just out of control. It's like a combat zone, war zone. It's like we all living in every state a combat war zone. You got to gear up. You know, you got to get your piece together. I mean, every time innocent people walk out the door, they got to damn near gear up like they finna go to war over there overseas somewhere in Afghanistan somewhere. They got to gear up just to survive out here on these streets. And I wonder why. And I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. But I just want to give y'all that, and I want y'all to listen. I got some news stories that I want y'all to listen to, and I'm going to sip on my tea while y'all listening to it, but check this out. There are news stories that's going coast to coast. I took different clips going coast to coast to coast to coast about how the violence has gotten out of control. They are even asking President Biden to step in and do something about the deadly violence that's going on across the United States. And I want y'all to listen to it, and I took different clips. It's going to be probably about 12 minutes long. But y'all listen to these clips right quick. And this is the first one. So listen, I really hope that y'all can hear it. Okay.
The traditional start of summer, and in Chicago, and unfortunately coincides with a spike in violence.
WGN's Jenna Barnes is live from CPD headquarters with the latest on efforts to stop that violence. Jenna?
Dina and Ray, Chicago police have canceled days off. They're working.
This is Chicago, right here. We started in Chicago.
So far, 30 people have been shot, 2 of them killed. Late last night, Chicago police officers searched inside a Subway restaurant at 67th and South Stony Island after bullets flew in the parking parking lot just before 10 o'clock. 4 teens, all 19 or younger, shot in the legs, one of them in the foot. Just a couple of hours before that, a man was shot on South Wabash in the South Loop. Tourists in town for the holiday weekend witnessed the commotion.
Kind of a little bit of a scary situation, but I guess it's Chicago. My boys got an awakening of the big city today.
Early Sunday morning, another man was driving on Lakeshore Drive in the South Loop when he was shot in the face. Another victim in one of nearly 24 shootings across Chicago since Friday evening, which left 2 others dead.
We convince every single person out there who has a gun now to put down their guns? No. But do we need to start, and do we need to be very concentrated and focused to provide those opportunities to make them think
Now that's that
twice
mayor
before
in
they pick up a
Chicago
gun to solve
talking, y'all.
petty disputes? Absolutely.
Ahead of the anticipated violence, Friday, Mayor Lori Lightfoot and Police Superintendent David Brown unveiled their summer safety plan, which includes flooding resources into the 15 areas of the city responsible for half of the crime.
I'm excited about having partners outside of law enforcement able to really penetrate the root causes of violence.
This year's plan comes after the sharp criticism of Memorial Day weekend 2020, which was the most violent in 5 years, even as Chicago was under a stay-at-home order. 49 people were shot and 10 killed that weekend. Lightfoot calling the policing strategy a year ago a fail. And while this is a historically violent weekend in the city, it has not been as violent as last weekend when more than 50 people were shot and 12 were killed.
The weekend was a very violent one in Baltimore City.
Okay,
Nearly
now
6
this is
people
in
killed
Baltimore.
and several
We
others
started
hurt
off in
a number of
Chicago.
shootings.
This is
One
Baltimore,
of the
y'all.
injured, a 17-year-old girl shot in the head this evening on Denison Street in southwest Baltimore. Tonight, she's in critical condition. WMAR2 News' Abby Isaac joins us from Baltimore Police Headquarters with more on what community organizers are doing to stem the violence.
Baltimore police are investigating this weekend's shootings that span all across the city, from the southeast to the northwest, as community members work to help the people impacted by gun violence.
They cannot imagine the pain that we feel when they take our loved ones' lives.
Lisa Moloch is part of a growing group that knows firsthand how devastating it is to lose a loved one to gun violence.
We don't get over it. That we just learn to live with it.
After this weekend, more Baltimore families are going through this pain. Since Friday, at least 6 people have been murdered, and 5 others were shot in Baltimore City. The ages of the victims range from 21 to 61. In separate incidents, 2 men were shot while in their cars. Multiple times, police were alerted to the shootings because of ShotSpotter, and in 3 cases, the victims were shot in the head. As Baltimore police investigate, community members are coming together to create change. Saturday, they were out at the Healing Garden in Harlem Park, tying ribbons in honor of people who have lost their lives, like Donaya Burgess's sister.
When we come here,
It is in Florida in recent days. Earlier this week,
Now
gunfire
this is
erupted
Florida,
outside the
y'all.
Highlight
Finna
Casino
come
in
up.
Miami.
This Florida.
And just yesterday, 7 people were hit by hail of bullets in Wynwood. So far, no arrests have been made in any of these incidents.
Community leaders expressing frustration over the so-called code of silence. Local 10's Joseph Ojo picks up our team coverage live from Northwest Miami-Dade. Joseph.
And after mass shootings in this violent Memorial Day weekend, many are left to wonder what is going on in our community. You have family members of the victims as well as community advocates all calling for more to be done. And now the mayor of Miami-Dade County is planning on holding a press conference to discuss how to combat the recent string of gun violence.
Can I please see my kid?
Emotions running high after a violent Memorial Day weekend. It started Thursday evening near Casino Miami when a barrage of bullets went flying into this white car. Moments later, the car would knock down a sign and crash into a pole. The driver of the white car hit by gunfire and the passenger grazed by a bullet. In this video from the Miami Herald, a man can be seen hanging out the window of a black car firing a gun, an innocent bystander hit by a bullet, witnesses helping to treat his arm. Fast forward to Friday night, a deadly mass shooting in Miami's Wynwood district. Our cameras capturing over 3 dozen evidence markers next to shell casings. 7 people were shot. One of the victims died.
It's gut-wrenching.
And overnight, gun violence did not stop. Police say a white Nissan Pathfinder pulled up to a banquet hall in Northwest Miami-Dade. 3 shooters got out of the car and let off multiple rounds, injuring more than 20 people and killing 2. These back-to-back mass shootings have community advocates like Ed Haynes fed up. Through his organization, Brotherhood, Haynes is hoping to promote peace and encourage people to speak up after tragedies such as what we have seen this Memorial Day weekend.
It's very disheartening, to be honest with you, and our community is tired. We're tired of being tired.
Through his organization, Circle of Brotherhood, Harris is hoping to promote peace and encourage people to speak up after tragedies such as what we have seen this Memorial Day weekend.
It happened in the
Now,
Cass
this
County
is a
on
lapse.
Interstate 285 near Church Street. The victim, an adult, is dealing with some serious injuries. Since January 1st, police across the metro have investigated 16 separate interstate shootings, many happening on I-20. Today, we followed up with the police departments investigating each case and can only confirm a single arrest. Police say it's hard to find evidence, witnesses, and eventual suspects because so much is happening at 60 miles per hour. New tonight, a group of Democratic House members are urging President Joe Biden to do something about the rising anti-Semitic crimes happening across the country.
Now at 5:30, a violent end to Memorial Day weekend. Police say a total of 13 people were shot in a span of just 6 hours on Monday night, and one of those shootings was deadly. A 15-year-old boy was killed on 123rd Street at Lexington Avenue in East Harlem, and this afternoon, his parents talked exclusively with News 4's Jen Maxfield. Jen?
And Adam, their devastation and their grief is really beyond words, right? This is a parent's worst nightmare. The James parents just devastated tonight. Their 15-year-old son, Amir, is dead just weeks before he was supposed to finish his sophomore year of high school. Minutes after returning from the medical examiner's office to identify her son's body, Atara James describes what made 15-year-old Amir special.
He was a good person, very humorous.
One of the sweetest boys. He's the sweetest thing that you know, man. I mean, he never gives you no problem in terms of if you ask him to do chores. He's on it.
Amir had been living with his grandmother, but had recently come home to his parents in the Bronx. His mother had started to worry about the people he was spending time with.
Continue to stay nosy and pry whenever you can and ask questions.
Last night around 10:30, Amir was with his older sister on 123rd Street and Lexington Avenue in East Harlem. His parents say his sister went inside to get food and he stayed outside. When he heard gunshots, they believe he turned to go inside to warn her.
I actually think he ran in front of the bullet. That's how he was shot from the back to the heart. And that was to save his sister.
She was unharmed. A 30-year-old man at the scene was shot in the knee. 11 people, including Amir, were shot in New York City over a 6-hour period on Memorial Day. Amir was the youngest victim and the only one killed.
I think COVID have a lot to do with it. Folks is losing their mind. Folks are, inside for too long.
Our Memorial Day weekend ends in violence in the city of St. Louis. At least 6 people have been shot, 1 person has passed away, and there are multiple scenes. It's been a busy overnight for police as investigations are just now getting underway. Ryan Need is live at police headquarters with the very latest. Good morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning, Rennie. Yeah, very busy night. One of those scenes police were investigating actually was on Washington Avenue for a car accident where one of the cars had a bullet holes. And you may remember Washington Avenue has been in the headlines because of added patrols due to unruly crowds. Let me show you the video. This came in around 12:30. We're told by police that it was labeled as a 2-vehicle car accident. One was going right into a building at 7th and Washington, but we also are told there were gunshots in the area at the time of this accident, and you can see in that video, it looks like 2 bullet holes on this white car there, but 2 vehicles heavily involved. That's what we know right now. We're not being told the
extent. And it's almost finished, y'all. You just got 2 more
investigation. This in North City near Fairground Park. Police say a person was carjacked at gunpoint, then shot in the stomach after the car was taken. This was at the ZX gas station in the 4200 blocks of Natural Bridge. It happened around 2 this morning. Okay, now to 2 separate crimes that happened at the same time. At 10:50 last night, police say 4 people were shot in the 8800 block of North Broadway. This is also a gas station. BP Fuel Our crew saw 21 evidence markers being placed in the middle of the street right in front of that gas station. 2 cars in the parking lot appear to be shot up. We know at least one of the victims was barely conscious and breathing, and that's according to police. Also at 10:50, a 58-year-old man was killed on Romaine Place. That's in the Hamilton Heights neighborhood. That's all police are saying at this time, but we were right there when police were wrapping up the investigation and leaving the scene. So a very busy night. Again, at least 6 people shot, 1 person dead. A very violent night to end Memorial Day weekend. That is the very latest. I'm Ryan Dean, 5 on your side.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Now, the overnight murders are joining us on Sharice.
Now, this is New Orleans.
2 New Orleans police officers were on leave after firing at and injuring a suspect who's accused of shooting a family member. That man is in jail this evening, and his relative is in the hospital. It's just the latest in a stretch of violence that happened over the weekend. Violence that also took the life of a 12-year-old girl killed in a separate shooting in the Lower Ninth Ward. Here's Paul Dudley.
The Lower Ninth Ward became the site of a tragedy over the weekend after a shooting killed a 12-year-old girl and injured 2 men, just 18 and 19. Witnesses say there was a birthday party at a short-term rental. Police say someone drove up and started firing. A neighbor who did not want to appear on camera says she tried to save the little girl.
I tried to find where the wound was, so like there was blood early, so like my girl, then I saw the wound, so I just grabbed it up as best as I can and just run in the house.
The shooting is one of about a dozen happening over the weekend.
3 resulted in fatalities, and we had as many as 13 non-fatal victims.
Chief Sean Ferguson says one of the shootings happened here.
Okay, that was New Orleans. And then, y'all, I'm going to let y'all listen to Houston right quick.
2 males dead inside. An off-duty Harris County Sheriff's deputy working security, firing at a man who HPD Chief Troy Finner says was firing towards the crowd. The deputy did discharge. He did strike at least 1 male, but there were several individuals possibly inside that club shooting. On Friday, the city sat at 178 homicides for 2021, a 27% increase from 2020, with 10 more so far this weekend. The total is on the brink of 190. Houston City Council member Mike Knox is the vice chair of the committee focused on public safety and a former member of HPD. It's not going to get better anytime soon.
Okay, now y'all heard that they said that this man here is a Houston City Council member, and you heard what he just said. It's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better anytime soon. I'll get back to that right there that he just said. But anyway, I'm gonna start off somewhere, but we coming back to what he said. But anyway, did y'all hear all the violence that was going from coast to coast to coast? I took y'all from Chicago at the beginning to Baltimore to Atlanta to Miami to Seattle to New Orleans to Texas. And it's massive, massive shooters. And all of this, y'all, was just on Memorial Day. All this happened on Memorial Day. In every state there is. Almost. And I took y'all to all those states because this is what happened in one day across the United States. All these mass shootings. All these mass shootings. Innocent people getting gunned down, getting killed. Elderly people getting gunned down and killed. Children getting gunned down and killed. Everybody is getting gunned down and killed. And it's innocent people all across the United States. And this is just one day. Now, it's happening every day. But I just wanted to do this right here for everybody to see just how bad it is out here. And it seems like it's nobody doing anything about it. No city leaders, no city council members, no mayors, none of this stuff. So let's go ahead on. That's why I drunk my tea, because I'm finna spill a whole lot of hell of a tea on some folks today. All these leaders and stuff about how these cities are being ran. And yeah, I could talk about it. I sure can, because I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, did y'all hear one lady say on there, she said, we just learned to deal with it. because of all the violence that's going on. No, you don't supposed to learn how to deal with it. You're not supposed to learn how to deal in an inhumane community. You're not supposed to learn how to deal with an uncivilized community. No, You shouldn't have to learn how to deal with that. Never force yourself and your children and your family to deal with a miserable, toxic, hopelessness, suffering everyday community. No way in the hell nobody should have to force themselves to live like that when you have city leaders, you have mayors, you have city council members, you have police chiefs, you have all that stuff. It's no way in the hell people should be living in an inhumane society and community because the leaders are really not doing what they're supposed to do. And then they're trying to put it on COVID-19. Well, because everybody was staying in the house, now that people are out more, the violence is getting bad. Because everybody lost jobs, the violence is getting bad. Y'all can shoot that shit to somebody else, because that's not how it damn go. It's just like if y'all had some type of chicken pox or you had some type of something and you had to stay in the house for about 2-3 weeks or whatever. When you go back to work, are you violent? No. I don't give a damn if we stayed in the house for 2 years. That don't make a person violent. What makes a person violent is when you go out, they already are violent, and then when they get out there, it's nobody checking them. It's no police checking them. It's no mayors checking them. It's no city leaders checking them. So when they see that they can get away with it, they continue to do it. That's why it's so bad. It ain't got nothing to do with COVID-19. It got something to do with the lack of protection that's inside those cities and inside those communities. That's what it is. And try to throw that shit off on COVID-19. Oh no, hell, get that shit up off COVID-19. COVID-19 got enough put on it already that it has done. And you don't need to start trying everything that happened. Everybody want to say COVID-19. No, it ain't got nothing to do with COVID-19. It got to do with how shitty you running your state and your city. That's what it got to do with. Shit, you come up off that, everybody ain't dumb. Now, you can feed people all kind of stuff. You is not finna feed me no shish kebab stick with shit on it and expect me to eat it. That's what they doing. That's what some of these city leaders and stuff doing. They telling people stuff, anything that they wants to hear. They get up there on that camera, well, yeah, we doing this, and but it's just out of control. But it's just out of control. It's this, it's that, but it's just out of control. They get up there to make y'all think, oh yeah, we know about it, basically, but we don't give a shit. But they telling you stuff that you want to hear. Trying to feed people shish kebab, chicken or beef shish kebabs with shit on it. And y'all supposed to eat it. No, you can't feed me none of that shit. I don't want it, you eat it. Because I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly how you're doing it. And you're not doing too good of a job as leading your city and leading your state. Not like that. Do y'all hear the bloodshed that's splattered on these states? It's like a damn war zone. So what are the leaders doing? Besides running their mouth and saying something on camera that everybody wants to hear. It shouldn't be like that. But anyway, you can't even walk out your front door, like I said, without wondering if you gonna come back home that next day. That's how bad it got in the United States. It's terrible. It's terrible. And what needs to happen is citizens and people who live in the area, I've been seeing that they forming these groups, these mom groups that have lost kids from violent situations and stuff. They all get together and they comfort each other and everything, which is awesome and amazing. But also needs to be where these groups and people who live inside of these communities need to go up to their city council board, talk to them. They need to go to the police chief office, talk to them. They need to go to the mayor's office, talk to them. Y'all need to blow their phone up. You need to be talking to them. You know, and when I say blow their phone up, not literally, I mean it. You need to be calling every day. You need to be calling every day or every other day. Everybody needs to be either calling and saying, call your mayor's office and say, hey, look here, what the hell is going on around here with all these violence and all this bloodshed all over the streets? Churches, I heard one pastor on the news, he was saying, well, you know, people don't respect pastors anymore. They don't respect parents anymore. They just don't respect nobody. You have to show the kids that you care so you can get that respect. Once you show a kid that you care, or once you show the community that you care, you will get a hell of a lot more respect. Because I know some churches right now that they go in there on Sundays, and well, there's a whole lot of them across the United States, go in there on Sundays, collect that money, lock that damn church door, and go to hell home. They go home. And they don't study about what's going on around in that community, because 9 times out of 10, that pastor or whoever don't even live in that damn community. They live outside the community where it ain't violent. But how many times, what we need for them churches to tell their pastor to tell their community, their congregation there. Shit, y'all got me studying around here. I'm so damn mad. Let me drink me some more tea. What these pastors need to be doing inside these churches all over the United States, that's inside, and they churches sitting inside all this violence that's going on around them, all this killings that's going on around them. Them pastors need to tell their congregation, say, hey, look here, y'all. On Tuesday, I don't know how many of y'all that can make it, but hey, on Tuesday, around about 3 or 4 o'clock, let's all get together. And I'm going to make an appointment where we all can sit down and talk to the mayor, sit down and talk to the city council board, or sit down and talk to the police chief, and let's see what we could do, or tell them how much we need for this violence to change, and we need for the city to step up. See, that's what the church should be doing. And so if the pastor wants that respect that this man here, I'm talking to this pastor here that was on that news talking about they don't respect pastors. You got to show the community that you gives a damn about the community your church is residing and sitting in. That's how you do that. Because they see you don't give a damn about their community. We need everybody to step up and call the mayor, or either the whole church congregation come together along with the pastor and have a telephone conference with the mayor, with the police chief, with the city council board. Sit down and say, hey, look here, y'all, I don't know what y'all doing for the city, but what we do see, it ain't nothing getting better. Bloodshed every day. People can't go to work without not coming home. They're getting killed. They're getting killed right in the middle of the street, or by a drive-by, or by a robbery, or they pumping gas and somebody trying to steal their car and kill them. This is happening every day, but it has gotten massive. It has gotten to be a war zone in every state. And I don't know if they got different groups out here of thugs or whatever that's doing it in all states, but it's all out of control. And this is what needs to happen. The citizens, like y'all are sitting at home and you living in a violent ass city, you need to be on the phone every other day calling the mayor's office. Hey, what y'all gonna do about all this shit going on out here? We got people dying out here. We got children dying out here. We got old people dying out here. What are y'all doing to get this under control? What are y'all doing? And tell them, oh, well, you know, we're doing this. You have to keep putting pressure on these people. I'm telling you, y'all just can't be sitting back waiting on your city leaders to do something. They are not going to do anything unless you pressure them to do it. And the way you pressure them to do it is, I understand about y'all want to form these little organizations and march down the street and that Black Lives Matter and I understand all that. But it takes more than that. You ain't even got to get tired walking those streets protesting and all that stuff. All you got to do is go down there to your nearest mayor and talk to him, or go and talk to your nearest police chief, or go talk to your nearest city council members. And then you can pick up the phone. Who is your senator that's up there at that old Capitol House? Who is your senator for your state? Call them. Hey, what the hell is going on here? Do you see how your state, that's what you need to be doing, calling whoever your senator is that's representing your state. You need to be calling them every other day, leaving a voicemail every other day. Hey, what are you doing? Do you see the bloodshed that's going on inside your state? And I'm going to need for you to contact these police chiefs, these city council members, these mayors, the governors, everybody. I need for you to contact them. I know you see it sitting up there at the White House Capitol, wherever you at. I know you see how your state is being ran, and it's not looking too good. So we're going to need for you to do something about that. That's what y'all have to do. Call them. It ain't nothing wrong with calling these people. That's what they in there for. Y'all put them in there. Well, then bug them about getting it right. Shouldn't nobody have to listen? You know that chick talking about, oh, you know, we just learn to deal with it. Oh, no, hell, we don't learn to deal with no shit like that. I'm not learning how to deal with walking out my door and bullets flying every goddamn well. The devil is a lie. You is not finna damn gets me to get used to that. I'm going to the nearest folks that run the city. Hey, I'm going to need y'all to do something about this right here. Ain't that what y'all getting paid for? But anyway, now, there's nothing, you know, like I told y'all have to pressure these people. You really do. Now, I don't know who all know this. You might not even know this. But that stimulus package that everybody got in 2020, I ain't talking about your little 2021 package you got. I'm talking about that stimulus that everybody got in 2020. Did y'all know that one of the things that was included inside that stimulus packet in 2020 was $300 million for fisheries and agriculture? Yeah, you heard me right. Inside of that stimulus packet, they gave $300 million to fish and agriculture. The fish in the ocean and the agriculture. Now, you finna tell me that you can spend that the United States can spend $300 million now dollars on fish in a damn ocean and agriculture, and they can't get more police officers. They can't put in more money for police officers. They can't put in more money for hiring new police officers. They can't put in more money to start a new task force that fights crime or prevents crime. And they probably say they already have one, but I can tell you right now that shit ain't working. It ain't working. Not after the shit we just heard on that damn phone there. All them recordings, all them news stories. Evidently, whatever kind of plan everybody working on or city leaders are working on in every state, that shit ain't working. Need to come up with another plan. And I tell you right now, your plan come quickly with this. Because I don't want, and that's my book. Because it's so many people that's saying, city leaders and everything, talking about the budget. We'll get to that. Oh, hell no, you ain't finna feed me about the city low on budget. That's why ain't that many police officers. The city low on budget. That's why it ain't that many state troopers. You know, the city low on budget. That's how come, you know, they can't hire no police officers. The city on the budget. Y'all can say that. Y'all can say that. Because anybody that got $300 million to put on some damn fish, You can't tell me you ain't got that money to put more money in them police officers' pocket, hire more police officers, start a new task force that'll work, because it ain't working right now, whatever it is that's going on, and put more money in the pockets to put more cameras all over these cities or these communities that got high crime areas. $300 million, and that's in the stimulus packet for fish and agriculture. Not to make America better and prevent all of this bloodshed that's in the streets of every state in the United States. Oh shit, y'all got this shit all mixed up. I don't know who did. And now let's go back to this city council member who in Houston who said it's not gonna get any better anytime soon. I think his name was Mike Knox or Mike Nix. I don't know, but you heard him on now. He said that the violence in Houston is not gonna get any better anytime soon. Well, what we need for you to do is go in your office. He's a city council member. We need for you to go in your goddamn office and clear out your whole damn desk, because you ain't no good to us. See, that's how the majority of them are thinking. They gives not a damn. They gives not a damn. Long as they getting that little money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't studying the community. Ain't no way in the hell a city council member, he from Houston, should get on no damn news and say, well, you know, the violence ain't gonna get no better anytime soon. What the hell you say? It ain't gonna get no better. Well, we need you to clear out your goddamn desk and get your goddamn lunch bucket and get the hell up out that goddamn office. And let somebody else sit in there who can make things better sometime soon. You talking about no time soon. We want sometime soon. You need to pack your goddamn bag and get the hell up out that goddamn office, because you is no use. You is no good to the people in that community. To have an attitude like that, oh hell no. Shit, we need you to clean out your desk quick, fast, and in the hair. And if you need some help, I'm quite sure somebody around in that goddamn office somewhere that'd be glad to help your ass pack your goddamn bag. Talking about, oh hell, talking about the violence ain't gonna get no better anytime soon. Then that tells us you just gonna sit on your ass and let shit happen. You gonna sit on your ass and let the violence do what it do. You ain't got no type of sense of urgency. Because a sense of urgency city council member wouldn't have said no shit like that. I'm finna tell you that right now. I'm trying to tell you, somebody, I don't know, I don't live in Houston, but what I can say, whoever do, and they working with this man, everybody need to help him pack his goddamn bag, clear out all his goddamn desks, get some goddamn boxes and shit together and throw all his shit in there. Don't pack it, throw that shit in there and send his ass out the door real goddamn quick. Talking about, it ain't gonna get no better no time soon. No, it ain't. With an attitude like that. See, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about right there, y'all. But anyway, there are a lot of cities across the United States that have black mayors, black city council members, black police chiefs, and all that. And it's a lot of cities that want it to have, because they feel like if you have a black person in leadership of their community, they'll know how to deal with the people in the community, right? Okay. Well, once they get these spots, all hell break loose. Now, I ain't trying to, I'm telling you, I know a lot of y'all gonna goddamn get mad at me. I don't care. I go by the statistics of the numbers and the truth. See, my career was based on numbers, statistics, and the truth. And I'm gonna tell you right now, most of the cities that have black mayors, all black, everything black, black city council, black mayors, black police chiefs, all that are basically the ones who got the skyrocketing ass crime. They got the bloodshed all over the damn streets. Why? We put y'all ass in there to make a difference, not to have the difference stay worse or get worse. We had y'all in there to do better, to make this thing. You say that you can. Black people can run the community, you know, And they understand the community better, so how come things are not getting better? Now, I know some people might get mad at that. Oh, shit, you know, she talking about black people. No, I'm talking about the bloodshed that's all over these streets out here. And how unsafe it is for everybody to walk out of their door because they scared they going to get hit by some stray bullets or by a drive-by. Innocent people are getting killed. And a lot of them are in major black communities. Why? So we need those leaders to step up and do their doggone job. That's what we do. We need them to. Ain't no talking about they can't. Yes, they can. And like I said, if the government got $300 million to put on some damn fish, I'm going to tell you, it's some states that I've heard people, call me and contact me and tell me that, oh, well, they said in order for us to get cameras in our community that we need to get petitions signed. We need to have about 3,000 people on a petition sheet. Or we need to have about 4,000 people that got their signatures on a sheet, and then they'll put cameras in our community. The hell you say them goddamn fish they didn't tell them fish that they needed to do a petition and have 4,000 fish signed to get $300 million. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. You have to be very careful when people try to feed you. That's that shish kebab stick with shit on it. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't no way in the hell if you are in a terrible community that got crime skyrocketing and crime is out of control, that city cannot put up cameras on every corner in that disproportionate ass city. In that city that has the most high rate crime. It's no way in the hell that they don't want to spend money on that. So then they give you that shish kebab stick with shit on it and say, oh, they ain't got the budget to do it. Or you got to have a petition to do it. You got to have 4,000 signatures in order for us to put up cameras in your neighborhood. Shit, them fish did not go around that ocean. It wasn't no 1 or 2 fish went around that ocean and said, hey, y'all, I need for y'all to sign petitions so we can all get $300 million so they could just do research on us and then they could just study us. But we need 4,000 fish to sign. Here you go, fish. You put your signature down there. No, hell, them fish didn't. So why in the hell do the fish get more privileges and more money than the communities and the cities across the United States that have all this high-ass violence going on? How come that $300 million can't be divided inside the police department, inside hiring more police officers and paying them well too? Because $300 million can pay some people very well to keep stuff safe. And then take some of them $300 million and put cameras all across the United States in high crime areas. Oh, hell, if you can't do it. Hell, if you can't do it, yes, you can. Them fish got it. Them fish got it. So then they didn't sign not one petition. You show me where some goddamn fish signed a damn line. Talking about and send it up there to the White House and said, we want this to be on our stimulus pack. We want y'all to include we want y'all to include fish on the stimulus package. What fish went up there and did that? Y'all let me know, because I would love to see that goddamn fish, that dolphin, that whale, or whatever y'all say that went up there and put in to get $300 million on the stimulus package. Because they got it. They got it. I mean, I ain't talking about what they talking about doing it. It is written in stone. Those fish, agriculture, they got $300 million. But yet and still, we just hear about a 12-year-old girl that got shot. A 15-year-old boy in New York got shot in the heart. Everybody. But they don't have that $300 million to put into preventing this across the United States. Shit, you can't give me that goddamn shish kebab. You is not finna give me that shish kebab full of shit right there. Expect for me to eat it, because that's not how it go. And I tell everybody, I know a whole lot of police officers. I know a whole lot of city leaders too. I really do. I know a whole lot of them, and I know a whole lot of them that is doing their damn job to making sure that cities have low crime. But then I also see across the United States where it's some city leaders that got to be sitting in their damn desk drinking on coffee and goddamn donuts and goddamn Cheeto chips and shit, and ain't doing shit for the damn community. That's what I see. And ain't no sense in getting mad at me, because I'm going by what I see. I'm going by what I see. There ain't no sense to saying I don't know what I'm talking about. That's just like y'all, you have a household to run. And if your household look like it's getting out of control, you automatically nips that shit in the bud. It's the same thing for a city leader. They can nip it in the bud. They just choose not to. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this book here tells me there is only two things going on with these cities that got out of control crime, out of control killings, out of control bloodshed. That book tells me two things is going on inside of that mayor, inside the city council member, everybody. That book tells me two things. The reason why a city have all that high ass crime is either they don't give a damn, or either they pocketing the money, the city's money. So they don't want to spend it on neighborhoods that have high crime. I'm gonna tell you, I don't have to say allegedly, because this book tells me 9 times out of 10, if I was to go into half of these cities accounts and finances and stuff, most likely I will see a whole lot of thieving going on. I see a whole lot of thieving going on, because I'm the one to do that. I am a specialist for that, and I know what I see, because they keep saying they don't have the budget to do this, they don't have the budget to do that, they don't have the budget to do that. Yes, you do if you know how to budget. Either it's two things: somebody don't know how to budget, or somebody stealing. That's your point blank period. And I don't give a damn how mad somebody get for me saying it. I know what I'm goddamn talking about. Because ain't no way in the hell it should be like living in Afghanistan or a war zone when you walk out your American door living in America. And they calling on Joe Biden to do something. I ain't heard nothing yet. I ain't seen nothing yet. And even if they did say something, it go in one ear and come out the other until I see some results. I'm a result person. I don't care nothing about what you got to talk about. I wants to see you do it. And until then, I'm going to keep talking about your goddamn sorry ass if I think you ain't doing right. But anyway, that $300 million can have surveillance camera on every corner. It can have everything to prevent all this. I'm not finna believe nothing about no COVID-19. Stop throwing everything on COVID-19. COVID-19 ain't got nothing to do with violence. It's the way the city leaders are handling their doggone city. And if they handling the city poorly, you going to get poor results. If they handling it with high quality, you going to get high quality results. Point blank period. It ain't really nothing to talk about. And I'm telling you now, I know how to do that. I know a police officer right now that because of this book right here, he made police chief. And then after he made police chief, then he made he's a public enforcer, for the public. But the thing is, and that might not be the right name that he is, but I know he moved up to, for the public. And he's a public enforcer, and make sure that everything is done right and enforced right and things like that. But what I'm trying to say is, I know a whole lot of people that's in law enforcement, and they do do their city very, very well. And mayors very, very well. They do their cities very, very well. And city council members take care of their city very, very well. But we also see this mess right here where it's some people that's not doing so well and they don't give a damn. As long as they getting a paycheck and ain't nobody putting that pressure on them. Y'all got to start putting that pressure on them and ask them, what are y'all doing? You got to call them every day. Go up to their office every day. Communicate with them every day. You have to do that. For the ones who don't want to go down there, do Zoom call or call them or something. You got to do something. But I can tell you right now, this marching in the street and stuff about the violence, y'all need to come together and go up there and talk to your mayors and your city leaders about all that. And I feel like if the governor see that a mayor can't handle their city, they need to get booted out. Damn all this vote stuff. I'm just saying, if you can't do your job, get the hell out. Just retire. It should be where a city leader should be able to see if they've been sitting in that seat 4-5 years and that city still ain't got no better in 4-5 years, they should be man enough or woman enough to pack their shit and get the hell out of that damn office and give somebody else that seat that can do something about it. If they really cared about the community. If you see, ain't nowhere in there. Think about y'all job. If you on a job and you ain't doing good for 5 years, y'all think that job gonna keep y'all? It ain't. You go to your job slacking, ain't doing your job right, and everything is chaos in your job. You can't run your job right. Do you think they gonna keep you for 4 and 5 and 6 years? And y'all need to stop voting them in now. They did 5 years. And the city, it got blood written all over the ground. Kids and stuff dying. And then when they get ready to get reelected, y'all reelect them same people again. Hell to the no. People, we gotta do better than that. We really need to do better than that. And so it's a lack of I can tell y'all exactly what the problem is. Okay? And they quit talking about that low on budget stuff, because I just told y'all it ain't nothing about that budget. And I'm going to tell you right now, I could go into any city, state. They could leave it in the comment, or they can email us at our email address, or however they do it. I don't give a damn how a budget is for a city. It could be done, perfected, to where they will have enough money to pay these police officers, hire more police officers, and run the city to perfection where it will lower crime. And this I do know, because I have helped some cities do that. So don't come telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I have seen high crime cities come down to low crime cities by giving them the knowledge that I know it to the city leaders. But see, most city leaders don't want a person like me or nobody else to tell them what they're doing wrong. They know what they do, because you know why? They already know what they're doing wrong. Now they'll be mad at a person that like me for telling me. But I'm trying to tell you what's going on. And they always telling the community, if you see something, say something. Yeah, we will. If we see something, we will say something. But we need for y'all ass to do something to prevent something happening. You can't just put it all on the citizens to look out for every doggone thing. We need more patrol. They need to patrol. It should be a high rate of patrol. In every high crime area, it should be loaded with police officers. And don't tell me you ain't got the budget to spend for that, because yes you do. Because this right here, I can show you how to do it. But you already know how to do it, just don't want to do it, because you want to save the money, because the money going somewhere else. Hint, hint, I'm trying to tell you. It's going, the budget for some of this money is going everywhere but the right place. That's why it's all this high crime. don't give a damn. Because it could be prevented. It could be prevented. And I'm going to tell you what the lack of it is. It's a lack of, this is what it is. It's a lack of city leadership. This is the problem. It's the reason why we having all this high crime going on from coast to coast to coast to coast. This is the reason why, y'all. Now, y'all got me sweating out here. But anyway, this is the reason why it's like it is from coast to coast to coast. Now, shout out to the state of Alabama too, because I digged and digged and digged, and I tried to find where all these shootings and stuff happened on Memorial Day. From coast to coast. On Memorial Day, it was just a bloodshed. And I dug up for the state of Alabama because I was getting all kind of other cities and states that was showing all these massive killings. And I was like, okay, how about Alabama? And then I kept hitting. It probably one, if that, shooting. And I think that was like family related or something. But I don't know. But I could not find where it was a major shooting like the rest of them on Memorial Day. I ain't talking about the day before Memorial Day in the state of Alabama or the day after. I'm talking about Memorial Day. Shout out to Alabama. Great job. I didn't see it. Now, if y'all see something, y'all can put it in my comment and put it down there. But I dug, and you know I know how to research. And I only seen like one incident, like one shooting or something, and I think that was like family related inside of their yard or something, but it wasn't nothing like what we just heard earlier today. So shout out to them, and they may need to talk to some other states and show them how to keep some shit down. I don't know. But anyway, now I know the state of Alabama have some shootings now, but I'm saying they didn't have nothing like that on Memorial Day. So shout out to them. But anyway, this is the reason why they got all these killings from coast to coast. Now, first thing is, it's a lack of city leadership. That's what all it is. Second, a lack of crime prevention. Then it's a lack of game plan to prevent crime. Okay? Then it's a lack of sense of urgency. And it's a lack of sense of urgency in all leadership. Okay, and this is why it's going on. And the cities and states have a lack of care for the people. And they have a lack of criminal plan for hot spots. They don't have a real criminal hot spot plan. And if they do have a hot spot plan, I can't tell, listening to all this going on. So if they have one, they need to revamp that. And redo it. Just redo it, period, because shit ain't working. Anyway, then it's a lack of the city leaders investing in surveillance cameras throughout their whole state in high crime areas. It's a lack. It's a lack of surveillance cameras. And then it's a lack of police presence in high crime areas. So $300 million can solve all that stuff right there. You can't, I'm telling you, can't fool me with all that fool-la-la stuff. I'm trying to tell you, those are the main problems that's going on inside these cities. And if these leaders will do that, then it will be a hell of a lot better. It will. You got civilians strapping up every day like they soldiers going out their doggone door because they scared they gonna get shot, killed, murdered, robbed or something. It's like a battle zone in the United States, in every state. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like living in the Wild Wild West. And it shouldn't be like that in America, in the United States of America. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this last thing. Y'all need to stop killing each other now. These black, y'all need to start paying close attention, because black people, while y'all are not making sure y'all talk to these mayors, talk to these city council members, talk to these governors, or talk to whoever, use the police chief, y'all have to be calling these people, because if you don't, black people gonna become extinct. I'm telling you, we gonna become extinct. And y'all like, huh? What the hell? No, we ain't. Yes, we is. Because listen to this. In the United States, if you keep killing if the black people keep killing like this, at each other in the community, we gonna soon become extinct. And that's probably why a lot of people are not even saying nothing about it. That's probably why they letting this stuff go on. Because listen to this. In the United States of America, there are 236.5 million white people. Okay? 236.5 million white people in the United States. That's white people. 236.5 million white people in the United States. Hispanics. There are 60 million Hispanics in the United States. Black people. It's only 37,144,000 black people in the United States. So we are the least. That number used to be a hell of a lot higher decades ago. But now look at it. We are the lowest amount that live basically in the United States besides the Asians. But, because I think the Asians are around 22 million Asians in the United States. But between blacks, whites, and Hispanics, whites are 236 million of them. Hispanics is 60 million Hispanics in the United States. Black people is 37 million and 144,000 left in the United States. You're soon going to be extinct if you don't get a handle and get involved and go talk to these people. Talk to your senator that represents your state. Talk to your mayor that represents your city. Talk to your police chief that represents your city. Talk to your city council members that represent your city. If not, and y'all keep letting, that's probably why they letting this go on. Because we're killing ourselves off. It's only 37 million of us. And it don't take long. It don't take long for that number to keep declining, and pretty soon you ain't gonna have nothing. You be running up there to the doggone store looking for some hog maws, pork chop, and chicken wings, and them stores don't sell that shit no more. You be like, how come y'all don't sell that? Cause it ain't but 5 million of y'all live in the United States. So what the hell we got to sell that shit for? Eat what we goddamn eat. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye.